Hi, we're back at Game Changers Silicon Valley with John Livesey of Dream Funded and Michael Purnell of Sievent. Is that correct, Michael?
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Looking forward to hearing about your company. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sievent. I'm originally from Sacramento, but I came out here to help expand my company. So what Sievent is basically we're sort of like a better Eventbrite. We are an event experience app that we make it easier for you to share and experience events to the community. Then we simplify the event process within minutes, and then also we enable your event to go viral within minutes.
The easy question for me to ask you is, Eventbrite is a registration. Sometimes the tickets are free, sometimes not. How do you differ from that experience?
So yeah, we're more than just a ticketing platform. We're a social network for events. So we allow you to connect with the organizer and other people before, during, and post-event. So, and also with that, we handle the whole event planning experience all in the mobile app. Eventbrite doesn't do that at all.
Let me ask you then, does that mean if I have an event, and then you've registered to come to my event, whether you paid or it's for free, I have your email to follow up with you?
Correct, yes. And you can follow up via, you get a notification within the app, and then also you can follow up with me or message me privately as well.
Okay, now if you don't want me to follow up with you, is there an option to get out of that process?
Yes, we do have that option as well.
Very good, very good. Go ahead, John.
Okay, well, you did really well there.
Thank you.
You're a little bit nervous because you're talking fast, right? So you want to slow down.
Yeah.
There is no rush. So when he asks you a question, you can take a second and say, oh, repeat the question back. It sounds like you want to know how we're different than Eventbrite from a standpoint of pricing or non-pricing.
Right.
And that's the perfect opportunity to jump right into a story.
Correct.
So there's a story of a person whose problem you solved, and that will answer his question and pull us in with the story. So do you have a story you could talk about, a particular person in a community that used your product that did something different than Eventbrite?
Yeah, I do. So primarily a couple of months ago, we hosted a fundraiser event, and they weren't really using ticketing before. They were looking to Eventbrite, but they were looking to add basically a social experience to it. So I followed up with them. They're using my platform, and not only with using Sievent, they're able to increase their ticket sales, but they were also to be able to share their experience during the event as well.
Okay, now when you tell a story, there's exposition, and the more specific you are in who, what, where, when,
Correct,
the better the story is.
Right.
So we need to know when was it, where was it, and give us the name of the person who you helped.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear what that sounds like.
All right, so this happened back in December, and who was it? 2016.
Okay.
And this was the Rotary Club of Rancho Cordova.
Great.
And the Rotary is basically an international organization, and so we helped them with their ticket sales. And not only that, we able to increase their attendance, and we're able to basically share everyone's experience within the app to the community. So not only they were able to make money, but we were able to basically close out, and they were able to receive their funding within just 2 days after the event ends as well.
And without us, they were struggling with the old no platform at all, and it took forever to get their money.
Correct, yeah.
Got it. So remember, when you tell a story, not only do you paint the picture,
Right.
but you talk about the transformation of where they were before and what it was like after.
Afterwards.
So before it was manual, they had to wait for months to get their money,
Right.
and now it's faster, and they get their money faster, and they get more attendance from using Sievent.
Yes.
I think you're ready for Manny. So
All
we'll take
right,
a break and
terrific.
be right back.
Thanks.
Okay, we're back at Game Changers Silicon Valley with Michael Purnell. We're with Michael Purnell of Sievent and Manny Fernandez of Dream Funded. We just had a chance to allow Michael to get some coaching. And Manny, why don't you go ahead and start your conversation with Michael?
Well, Michael, so tell me about what does your startup do?
So Sievent, primarily, let me start with the mission. Our mission is to empower each and every communities. We want to make sure that all communities are entertained, connected, and informed. Because currently, a lot of communities throughout America, they're struggling to create awareness of activities and events that are going on. People are unaware of things that are happening that impact local businesses, and also affect people's quality of life, either financially, economically, or educationally as well. So with Sievent, we want to, right now, our go-to-market strategy is working with the nonprofits, the small businesses, and basically we want to make it easier to share and experience events to the community.
Nice. So tell me about your background. So why are you uniquely qualified for this?
So my background, okay. I have a bachelor's and master's in computer science from North Carolina A&T back in 2012, and I had the idea about the app, and I always wanted to do entrepreneurship because it helps people, it changes lives. So I decided to basically take a job at Intel and move out to Sacramento since it was at least close enough to Silicon Valley. And ever since then, I had the idea. I've just been working on it at night, and then I would go to networking events and just network with a lot of people, try to just know the lingo because it's totally different networking with people and just getting to know what are the ins and outs of entrepreneurship is.
Sure.
So I've just been at it for the last 4 years, and here I am now.
Did you do that? Did you drive down here from Sacramento to be in the Valley and go to events, or did you do that in Sacramento?
So I did a little both. They do have events in Sacramento, but a lot of times, at least a couple times a month, I'll go down to Silicon Valley to network with people because you get more immersed into the culture. You're talking with angel investors. You're talking with successful entrepreneurs. I met a lot of people, such as Derek from Startup Grind. So he invited me to a lot of events, and and it's just great. So,
Good.
So tell me, if you are able to raise the money that you want, what do you think the first 6 months or 12 months will look like?
so if we were able to raise our money, basically we will start with just scaling our team, scaling the platform. Currently, we do have customers from 2 international organizations, Rotary International and Phi Beta Sigma. And if we were to raise the money, we were able to use those customers, and with them, our user base will grow to probably like 1 million users because there are a lot of members within those organizations as well. So,
A predominant business magazine in Sacramento featured you as Startup of the Month.
right, correct. So Comstock Magazine is basically Northern California's biggest business magazine, and they named me as Startup of the Month for the month of February because not only because we do events, but we do events for the community that help people out. So.
Is the product up and running? You have it functional?
Yes, we have it up and running. We launched it back in August, and we had a lot of events going on, and we're actually generating revenue as well. So.
Okay. Can you give us a couple examples of some of the events you've promoted?
Correct, yeah. So one would be the Rotary fundraiser back in December. They were basically struggling to get their event out, to sell tickets, and basically the year before that, they were doing everything by manual. So I just asked them to use my platform to help sell the tickets to the community. Not only did they increase attendance, but they also be able to share their experience out to the community, so more people know about Rotary as well. And then also I did a couple of events for Phi Beta Sigma as well.
So tell me, in Sacramento, even though it's close to Silicon Valley, it's far away.
It is.
It's in a completely different area. So what has been your struggles of raising money, and how do you think equity crowdfunding using Dream Funded can help you?
My struggle so far is just being able to just get my basically platform out there and just having people listen to me and just understand what we're all about. It's just hard in Sacramento overall. And, when I come out to Silicon Valley, it's a little bit easier to speak to people, but, they're just like, oh, okay, you're just another founder with another event app out. So with Dream Funded, it allows me to put my platform on here and be able to, I'm able to basically tell my story to everyone. And people can understand it, and once they understand my story with helping communities, empowering communities, so everyone can achieve their American dream, then people will be able to invest.
Well, take me along the journey. Say I tell my members this is an opportunity they should look into, and then some people from home decide to do it, and they back you. Take me along the journey. Where would they end up? So they will end up basically within a few years. We're going to scale our company, and we're going to generate a lot of revenue, obviously internationally, for that, because I already built the technology to scale for that. But afterwards, after a few years, we know that bigger event companies, sort of like Ticketmaster, they may want to buy us out. So. And usually people buy people for the team. He has a good CS background, so
yes.
That's great. So tell me who you think you're competing against right now.
So currently, obviously, we're competing against Facebook events, Meetup, and also Eventbrite. But like I said before, unlike Eventbrite, we're more than just a ticketing and register platform, and that's basically all you do with Eventbrite.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So basically, what we do is we socially connect with people before, during, and after events. So you can basically collaborate with your friends at these events that are going on with the communities, and also we're focused within the community. So you can find out about the town hall meetings, you can find out about the fundraisers, or you can find out about the big sporting events. And most importantly, we allow you to experience the event live, even when you're not there. So you'll be able to see everyone's social media posts about the event. So.
We had the earlier conversation, and I thought that part about the marketing, the follow-up is also a key component of your service. That especially some of these new events, organizations that are promoting it, they haven't done this before, and therefore every year they start over. But with your product, they would have a pool of previous year attendees.
Correct. Yes.
To market. And was that a beginning feature? You got that right in the beginning, or did you get that requested?
So that was sort of like a beginning feature. So I wanted to make sure that whenever you put on events and whatnot, you'll be able to follow up with people from future events as well. So with our platform, you have your basically online community calendar. So not only you have your events, but you can also add different events from people within the community as well. So
great. So Manny, what's next step?
You know, I was wondering, when I was asking you who do you compete against, you talked about Facebook. And Facebook events. It kind of scared me. But yet you weren't scared.
I'm not.
Why aren't you scared?
Because usually with Facebook, they're not focused on primarily events, and they're not really focused on community. And usually with Facebook events, you see one of them, but then after a while, you get pinged by somebody else, and then you're seeing someone else's Facebook status, and you just get derailed with looking at events. Ours is basically a social network for events. So you wake up, you scroll up and down, you see what events that you like, and you hit like, you can share it, and then you can also experience it. So
gotcha.
Be done within a couple of seconds.
So you're approved and you're listed on Dream Funded.
Yes.
So what would you tell our people at home what they should do?
Since we're already on Dream Funded, please check out our site, download our app, and help us in our mission to empower our communities.
Visit Dream Funded and invest now.
Yep.
Good. Well, Michael, thanks so much for your story. It's very insightful. I really want to say that I congratulate you on your energy, your perseverance. I think you're going to be successful. I hope it's in this format. So another one.
Thank you.
You've got that energy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll take a short break right now. Be back with our next guest.